Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is when you're tuning in to watch this tutorial. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. To my new subscribers, welcome. Check out my playlist. You may find many more crochet tutorials that you like. And I need to mention that we have a live stream on a Monday and a Friday. And if you join the live streams in the chat, that is where you can ask questions and get answers directly. And you can also meet new friends and be social with people who are like-minded than you are. So yes, today's tutorial. Let me show you the little thing that inspired today's tutorial. It is this little thing. Yes, the ends are not even worked in. I was just playing around and then I was going to pull it out and I showed it to my mom and she says, no, don't pull it out because it's actually pretty. And I thought, well, if you like it. But then I decided to make a tutorial. Now, obviously, then all the stitches must be right. I've got both of them here. Let me then just hold them together because then the light doesn't come through. Isn't that beautiful? I love the colors. And this is very beginner friendly. It only has double crochet, single crochet and chains. If you're more advanced, there is timestamps at the bottom. Just once you know what a row is going to look like, jump ahead. For the beginner, just follow along with me. I hold your hand a little bit longer to make sure you know exactly what to do in every round. The yarn that we're using for this is a cotton mix. You can use 100% cotton. Any cotton is good. The one I used was just a mix. And I show you the hook size, everything that you need. In the description box, I put every round and how many stitches you need to have at the end of the round as well. And what else did I need to tell you? At the end of this video, there will be a link to how to block your doily or your mandala, which is handy, I think, if it's not lying 100% flat. It's steam blocking is what I use for mandalas because it's quick. And then the diameter of this one is 35 centimeters, which is nearly 14 inches. I just love the size of this. I love the mandalas to be flat. I love the fact that you can take elements out of your home decor, the duvet cover, the cushion cover, the curtain cover, put it in the mandala, and it just brings the whole room together. Anyway, so let's not waste time. Let's get going and make this little baby. For today's tutorial, to make this, you need 3 colors, and I've chosen this. It's not the darkest turquoise. I think it looks like turquoise. And a pale blue, very pale blue. Looks like a really baby blue. And a very dark brown chocolate dark. You can see that's the real color there. Dark chocolate brown. And yes, this is what we're going to be making. You will need, I used a 3.75 millimeter hook. You can use a 4 millimeter hook. Yours might then just turn out a bit bigger than mine. And you need a pair of scissors and a wool needle. Pair of scissors and a wool needle and a measuring tape just to see whether it's the right size that you want it. Maybe you want to stop a little bit shorter. You know, if you want it smaller, depends on how small you want it. Okay, and the yarn I'm using is a cotton. These 3 colors are cotton polyester mix. You can use plain cotton, 100% cotton if you want. Double knit, 8 ply in Australia, as they say. 3 weight, as they say in America, US. So let's get started. I'm going to start with this chocolate brown. And this is going to be round 1. For round 1, get a slip knot on the hook and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now slip stitch into the first chain to form a ring. There you go. You just close up that little ring there. Now we're going to chain 3. That will be our fake double crochet. It will stand in as a double crochet. There we go. Now we need a further 15 double crochets because we want a total of 16 double crochets in round 1. So go through, grab some yarn, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the second 2 loops. As you can see in this pattern, we are using double crochets, we are using chains, and in the last round single crochets. So if you can make those 3 stitches, you should be able to make this mandala. Again, yarn over, go through, grab yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That is your double crochet, and I am just grab yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. I have timestamps at the bottom. If you are more advanced and you get what we're doing, jump to the next round. And beginners, stick to me and I will just show you how to do it. Stay with me. There we go. I will work slowly. There we go. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over through the center, and I'm working my straggler end in as I go. Pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go through, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over through the center, grab yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Like this. Just continue. Let me just count how many I've got. 1, 2. I prefer to count from where I ended to the start. And I count the V's. That little V on top, that shows you where the stitch is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And my fake double crochet makes it 12. I need another 4. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now that is my double crochet. That's the top of it. So that is the top of my fake double crochet. So just go through, make a slip stitch. So grab yarn, pull through and pull through. That's your slip stitch. So now I'm just going to arrange it a little bit so that it fits better around the circle. I just think it looks better like that. It bothers me if it's not. So what does that mean? You're a perfectionist? Well, I don't think perfectionists think that they are perfect. Seldom do they think that. There we go. So now that, to me, that's neater. Right, round 2. So now we're going to jump in there into the next stitch. And I'm going to pull up yarn, yarn over, pull through, and that is a single crochet. That is a single crochet, chain 2. So my single crochet with chain 2 to me is a fake double crochet, or I say fake double crochet, I mean it is in the place of a double crochet. So you know what I mean. Double crochet, I need a double crochet there. This is, to me, the best way to get a double crochet. Now, in the same stitch, I'm going to work another double crochet. So, in a pattern, that would be an increase. Working 2 stitches in the same stitch is an increase. And we are going to be working increases in every stitch, meaning 2 double crochets in every stitch in this entire round. So if you are more intermediate and advanced, you've got this. Do it. Skip to the next timestamp to round 3. Beginners, let me just show you how. In the next stitch, you work 2 double crochets. So there's your 1 double crochet and your second double crochet. My yarn is splitting. Let me just do a second double crochet. In the next stitch, do 2 double crochets or an increase. I'm using it at the same time in those terms. Increase 2 double crochets, so you get used to it. So as we go on, I'll just be saying work an increase. There you go. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 in the same stitch. All the way around, work 2 double crochets in every top of the double crochet that you see. 1 and 2. And just continue like that, and I will meet you here at the end. Okay, my apologies, but I forgot to say that at the end of the first round, well, we have 16 double crochets. So now at the end of the round 2, we're going to have double, which is 32 double crochets. If you want to count your stitches, they should be 32. Now, there we go. If you pull it like this, you can see there is a stitch, right? You can see that single crochet. There's a single crochet, chain 1, chain 2. That was my first fake double crochet. So you can see, you should be able to see that stitch right there. So go in there and work that stitch, 2 double crochets, and then this is the end of this round. Now, I need to do a slip stitch in the top of that fake double crochet to end off this round. There you go. And if you count the top, the V's, you can do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32 stitches. That's what you want at the end of round 2. Now we're going to work round 3. So round 3 is going to be slip to the next stitch, in there, grab yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull through, which is a single crochet, chain 2, and there you have your first fake double crochet. In the same stitch, I like to start with an increase. If there is any increases to be done, I like to start with an increase. So we're going to work this round 2 double crochets in this stitch, so an increase. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, an increase, meaning 2 double crochets. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet. So that is your little repeat for those that are intermediate and advanced. You're going to work an increase in 1 stitch, in the first stitch. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, an increase, which is 2 double crochets. In the next stitch, 1. When I work it, there is a little rhythm in my head that I say increase, 1 DC, increase, 1 DC, increase, 1 DC, all the way around until you get to the end here. So if you are more advanced, skip ahead. Beginners, let me just do a few more with you. In the next stitch, you can read your crochet. Can you see there is 2 in the same stitch? If you just take it like that, it looks like a V. So we're going to work an increase in the next double crochet, which is 2 double crochets in the same stitch. And another, in the next stitch, work a double crochet. In the next one, work an increase, which is 2 double crochets in the same stitch. In the next stitch, work 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, an increase, which is 2 double crochets in the same stitch. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, 2 double crochets or an increase. There you go. If you pull it a little bit like that, you can see it looks like a V. There's your single, there's your V, there's your single, and that's how you're going to continue to the end of this round. I'll meet you here again. There you go. I'm on the last stitch. So it ends with an increase and then 1. And then you can see, obviously, we started with an increase. So it works out perfectly. Now just go to the top of your fake double crochet and grab yarn, pull it through, and pull through. And that is just a slip stitch that you make. And now we're going to change color. Yarn over, pull through, secure. Beautiful and flat. And that's what you want. Okay, so we're going to change to our pale turquoise. Shall we call it that? It's not really pale, but I've seen much brighter turquoise. So now we are on round 4. and we're going to make a slip knot on the hook like this. And we're going to, I like to start anywhere. Let me just do this. We have worked that straggler end in as we went. You can see it's worked in, right? If yours is not worked in, work it in. Mine is worked in, so I'm just going to snip off that end. So that is one end less to work in. Okay, there we go. We have our slip knot on the hook. We are starting round 4. So I like to start anywhere else except where I ended. So opposite, I always go for opposite, or whichever way you want to go. I go for opposite. I'm going to make a single crochet. So there we go. And chain 1 and 2. That is my first fake double crochet. So now I'm going to, in the same stitch, because this will be my first stitch, I'm going to do another double crochet. So that will be an increase, right? Because we've worked 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Now we are going to work a double crochet in the next stitch, a double crochet in the next stitch, and then an increase. Double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, and in the third stitch, an increase. So let's do that. Double crochet, or as you read in a pattern, the abbreviation is DC. And as I write patterns, I often think of a double crochet as a DC. Next stitch. So I've worked, in the first stitch, I've worked 2 double crochets. In the next stitch, 1, next stitch, 1. And that is the rhythm you're going to follow all the way around. Increase, 1, 1, increase, 1, 1, increase, 1, 1, all the way around. There we go. So beginners, stay with me for a while. I do it with you. Next one, work an increase. So we're working 1, 2 double crochets in the same stitch. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet, and in the second stitch, another double crochet, and now an increase, which is 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So now let me do one the way that I do it. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, increase. So I hope that is very clear. That is how you're going to continue. Double crochet in the next stitch, 1, next stitch, 1, next stitch, increase. Next stitch, 1, next stitch, 1, increase. All the way around. I see you when we end off. I just want to mention something here. When you get to the the part where you have the previous round's end, what I do is I lay it down at the top and I work over it for at least a few stitches. And then the rest of the end I drop, so that when I'm working it in, I'm working it in the opposite direction. So that it is, and again back. I always go one direction, back, and another direction, so that it stays in. Right? So just a little something that I wanted to mention there. Okay, we're at the end of row 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. End of row 4. Round 4. Oh my goodness, end of round 4. I've made a slip stitch in the top. Now, like we've done before, now we're going to round 5. And I'm just going to slip into the top of the next stitch and make a single crochet like we've done before. There we go. Chain 1 and 2, and that will be my first fake double crochet. In the same stitch, I'm going to work a normal double crochet, and there I have 2 double crochets, which is my increase. By the way, at the end of round 1, 2, 3, 4, at the previous round 4, we should have 64 stitches. If you're someone who's counting the stitches, you should have 64. In this round, we are going to have, at the end of this round that we're busy with now, we're starting with now, we should have 80 stitches, 80. So let's do this. We're going to do a double crochet, 2 double crochets in the first stitch. Then we're going to work 1, 2, 3 double crochets in each of the next stitches. So you're going to work 1 double crochet in the top of the first, 1 double crochet in the top of the second, 1 double crochet in the top of the third. I hope I make myself clear. 1 double crochet in the top of every stitch of the next 3 stitches. So it's increase, 3 double crochets, increase, 3 double crochets, increase, 3 double crochets, all the way around. For the intermediate and advanced, beginner, just stick with me. I'll do a few more with you. So we've done the 3 double crochet. In the next one, we work an increase, which is your 2 double crochet in the same stitch. There we go, 2 double crochet, and the way we're going to count is 1 double crochet, in the next stitch 2 double crochet, in the next stitch 3 double crochet, and in the 4th stitch an increase, which means 2 double crochets in the same stitch. There we go. You can just put it like that. At the base of the stitch, if you put your nails at the base of the stitch, you can see 2 stitches went in there. Right. So here we go again. 1 double crochet, in the next stitch 2 double crochet, in the next stitch 3 double crochet, in the next stitch increase, 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So that is our little rhythm. In the next stitch 1 double crochet, in the next stitch 2 double crochet, in the next stitch 3 double crochet, in the next stitch increase, 2 double crochets in the same stitch. I think you quite get where we're going. Now look at this. Let me just pause. Let me do it once or twice more, and then you can continue on your own. So there we go. In the next stitch, I work my 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, my 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, my 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, an increase. 2 double crochets in the same stitch. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet. Next stitch, 2 double crochet. Next stitch, 3 double crochet. Next stitch, increase. 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Okay, I think that is it. You should be able to do that now. Continue like that to the end of this round. I will see you there. There we go. Let's just slip stitch into the top stitch there. End it off, end of round 5. If you count your stitches, there should be 80, and we are changing color like that. Yarn over, pull through, and secure. Beautiful. Now we're going to go over to our dark brown. I'm making a slip knot on the hook. Right, so start anywhere else. I like to start in the opposite side. And we are going to make a single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the start of round 6. We are going to make a single crochet, slip knot on the hook, single crochet, chain 1, chain 2, and that is your first fake double crochet. Now we're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, yarn over, in the next stitch make a double crochet, chain 1. Don't make your chains too tight because it needs to take the place of a stitch. So if you're very tight on the chain ones, it's going to pull a bit. Skip the next stitch, work a double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, yarn over, skip the next stitch, in the next stitch, double crochet. So for those of you that are intermediate and advanced, you're going to work double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, all the way around, and I will see you there. For the beginners, let me walk a little bit further in this round with you. So obviously, in this round, we are not increasing anything. So we're going to have the same amount of stitches as the previous round, which means at the end of this round 6, you will also have 80 stitches. So let's do this. Chain 1, yarn over, skip 1, in the next stitch, work a double crochet, chain 1, and just chain loosely, as I say, don't chain too tight. Skip one, in the next stitch work a double crochet, chain one, yarn over, skip one, in the next stitch work a double crochet, chain one, yarn over, in the next stitch skip, next stitch work a double crochet, chain one, yarn over, skip the next stitch, in the next stitch work a double crochet. So this is quite easy. Chain one, yarn over, skip the next stitch, in the next stitch work a double crochet, chain one, yarn over, skip the next stitch, in the next stitch work a double crochet, chain one, yarn over, skip the next stitch, in the next stitch work a double crochet. And that's how you're going to continue. It might pull slightly, you just tug on it, and that is okay. See you at the end here. There we go. We are nearing the end of this round. I need to do a chain one, skip the next stitch, and now I get to the top of my first double crochet. So if you're not sure where that is, let me come closer. That's the top of your double crochet. That is obviously the chain one, and the next stitch must then be the top of your double crochet. I like to work backwards, count backwards, because it is a fail safe. It is just easy. And make a slip stitch to connect, and we are changing color. So just snip, yarn over, pull through. Now you have the same stitches as in the previous round. So look at this. Look at that. Don't be worried. Just lightly tug on that. Just lightly. Just lightly. It will do that because we have the same amount of stitches, and because it's chains. If that was double crochets, it would look a little bit better, because obviously a chain is not as bulky or as fat as a double crochet. You see there, that's what it looks like. Now in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're going to do round 7, and I am choosing my pale blue, baby blue color here. Like that. Slip knot on the hook, however you're used to making it. Now I ended here, so I'd like to start somewhere else. In the chain one space, any chain one space, go through the chain one space, grab yarn, pull up, make a single crochet, chain one, chain two, and that is my fake double crochet. Make another double crochet in the chain one space and work a chain one. There we go. In the next chain one space, jump to the next chain one space, work 2 double crochets, 1, my yarn is splitting, my apologies, and 2, chain 1. In the next chain 1 space, yarn over, make 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and a chain 1. So all around in this round, what you're going to be doing is jumping into the chain 1 space. In the chain 1 space, work 2 double crochets, make a chain 1. Into the next chain 1 space, work 2 double crochets, chain 1. Into the next chain 1 space, work 2 double crochets, chain 1. All the way around. Beginners, let me go a little bit further with you. In the next chain 1 space, 1, 2 double crochet, chain 1. Yarn over in the next chain 1 space, work my 1, 2 double crochets, chain 1. In the next chain 1 space, work my 1, 2 double crochets, chain 1. In the next round, work my 1, 2 double crochets, chain 1. In the next chain 1 space, work my 1 and 2 double crochets, chain 1. Beautiful rhythm. And that is how you continue. I see you at the end of this round. Here we go at the end of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. End of row, round 7. I've made my chain 1 and I'm going to slip stitch in the top of my fake double crochet just to connect. And we are going to change color. So snip, yarn over, pull through, secure. Every round you do that. Now you see how this has changed? Suddenly there it is. We have increased now. In this brown round that we did, we had the same as the previous round, which was 80 stitches. In this round, you should have 120 stitches. Now, let me show you a quick way that I count. And I'm going to use this little strand where I stopped as my as my marker. There is 1, 2 double crochet and a chain 1. So this I'm going to see as 3. So I'm going to count how many 3s are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 40 times double crochet chain, which is 3 stitches. So that gives me 120. That's an easy way to count instead of counting every little stitch. So you should have 40 of these little 2 double crochet clusters. Now we're going to repeat this round 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Repeat round 7 in round 8. But we're going to change color. So we are picking our turquoise. Make your slip knot on the hook. There we go. So if we are repeating the previous round, we are also we have 120 stitches in the next round we are also going to have 120 stitches. Just saying. So here we go. Slip knot on the hook, go to the 1 chain space, make your single crochet. Let me just come close, right in the center of the camera. 1 single crochet, chain 1, chain 2, voila, fake double crochet is created. Yarn over, and in the chain 1 space make another double crochet. There's my 2 double crochets, chain 1, jump to the chain 1 space, and you're going to work 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and chain 1. Jump to the next chain 1 space, work your 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, chain 1. Jump to the next chain 1 space, work your 2 double crochets, chain 1. And that is it. You're going to literally repeat the previous round. So I see you at the end of this round. There we go. I've chained 1. I'm going to slip stitch in the top of my fake double crochet to end that off, and we are changing color. So snip, yarn over, pull through and secure. And if I lie it down, look at this. Let me see. Like that. So all I have to do is smooth it out. Smooth it out. Flat. See? Not tugging or anything. It's just, there it is. Smooth out. And you should have 120 stitches and 40 of these little 2 double crochet chain 1 clusters, sets, whatever you want to call it. We are changing color to our pale blue. So at the end of row 8 you have 120 stitches, which is the same as round 7. So now we're going to round 9 with our pale blue. Make a slip knot on the hook, go to your chain 1 space, anywhere, go through and make a single crochet, chain 1, chain 2. Now this is how I like to do it. I'm going to chain 1, hop to the next chain 1 space, and work 3 double crochets into this chain 1 space. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, hop to the next chain 1 space, and work your 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3 double crochet, chain 1, hop into the next chain 1 space, and work your 1, 2, 3 double crochets and a chain 1. So in every chain 1 space of the previous round, you're going to work 3 double crochets in that chain 1 space, chain 1, hop to the next chain 1 space, work 3 double crochet, chain 1, hop to the next chain 1 space, work your 3 double crochet, chain 1 until we get to the end. Now you can see in this chain 1 space you already have 1 double crochet. You only need 2 double crochets to complete this little cluster. But I prefer to do it this way because when you connect, it's sort of invisible. Whereas if you started with 3 double crochets and you connect then with a chain 1, it's as if the chain 1 space is bigger than it should be, which to me makes it noticeable where you connected, and I just don't want that. Okay, so continue. If you've got that, continue. Beginners, I will just do another 3 clusters with you. In the chain 1 space, work 1, 2, and a 3rd double crochet, chain 1, skip to the chain 1 space, work 1, 2, and 3 double crochets, chain 1, skip to the 1 chain space, and work 1, 2, and 3 double crochets, and a chain 1. There you go. Easy peasy. I see you at the end. We've come to the end of row 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let me just, I've made a 3 double crochet, chain 1, and I'm going to make my 2 double crochets in this one to complete the 3 double crochet cluster. Now that's my chain 1 space, and that's the top of my fake double crochet, and I simply connect, cut off, yarn over, pull through, and secure. And can you see what I mean? That is not extended. If I'd started there and I do a chain 1 and I have to connect, it's as if that space is too big, and it just I don't know, shows to me. It shows. So can you see how pretty this looks? And if you wanted to end it off at this point, at this it would look as pretty. So at any point in this mandala, if you decide, well, I've made the big mandala, I want a few small ones, this is where you can end it off. You can end it off at any round. That is your privilege. So let's see, round 9, end of round 9, if you're counting, we have increased by a whopping 40 stitches. Obviously, each little cluster we had increased a stitch, because in the previous round we had 2 double crochet, chain 1. Now we had 3 double crochet, chain 1. So again, if you want to just do a quick count, I always just have a look through my round to see, yes, I see everywhere a 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet. Just scan through it. 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet. And even if as I'm working, I also just look back to see to the last 4 clusters. Did I do it right? Yes, I did. Because you know, you can always, anybody can make a mistake. Okay. There you go, 160 stitches at the end of row 9. Now we're going to go to row 10. Forgive me if I say row when I should say round. You know what I mean. This is slip knot on the hook in a new color, and we are using the dark brown. And I'm going to any chain 1 space. And we are going to do a single crochet. Let's just get nice to the center of this camera. Chain 1 space, and we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, hop to the next chain 1 space and make a single crochet. Chain 1, 2, 3, don't make your chains too tight. In the next chain 1 space, work a single crochet. 1, 2, 3 chains. In the next chain 1 space, work a single crochet. That is as easy as this round gets, and obviously we're going to have, at the end of this round 10, we're going to have the same amount of stitches as the round before, because we are doing nothing new, we are not increasing. Okay, so there you go. Chain 3, you're going to work it in the chain 1 space, work a single crochet, chain 3, in the next chain 1 space, single crochet, chain 3, in the next chain 1 space, a single crochet, chain 3. I will see you at the end of this round. Beginners, go with me 2 more times. 1, 2, 3 chains. In the chain 1 space, there you have your single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. In the chain 1 space, you have your single crochet. And that is how you're going to continue. Really not difficult. See you at the end of this round. We are going to end off this round with 1, 2, 3 chains. And in that single crochet, just go in there and do a slip stitch. Up and up. Yarn over, and I've cut my yarn already. And pull through and secure. What happened was I ended off the round, and realized I didn't form it. So I just had to pull that out and redo it in front of the camera. Now you see how lovely this looks. So you can definitely, at any round that you choose, you can end the mandala at the size that you prefer. Okay, so we're going on to round 11. Round 10, I say, is the same as the previous round. You should have the same amount of stitches because we did not increase anything. Okay, so round 11, we are going to do this round. 11, we're going to change color and we're going to increase. We're going to our turquoise. There we go. Slip knot on the hook. And I end it there. So I like to go to another place to start. Well, let me not start too far away and show you something that I do. Because this was a very small stitch, a single crochet. Can you see? That is where I started, that is where I ended. It's very close together. So let me show you this little thing that I do. Okay. In the chain 3 space, let's start, and we're going to work. I'm going to do it the same way as I did the other one. We're going to do a single crochet. 1, 2. That's your fake double crochet. Chain 1. Hop to the next 3 chain space and work 4 double crochets. There you go. 1, 2, 3, and 4 double crochets in the chain 3 space. Chain 1. In the next chain 3 space, you work 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3 and 4, chain 1. It will come out a bit, don't you worry. And in the next one, I'm going to jump in and do my 4 double crochets. 4 double crochet in the chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1, and now look at this. Here I have these 2 ends. Now what I do is I hold them both up at the same and hold them on the top so that I work them in at the same time. Not totally work it in, but I'll show you. There we go. Around everything there, I work a double crochet. I need to work in that chain 3 space 4 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3 double crochets, and a 4th double crochet, and a chain 1. And now I drop those 2 ends. When we end off, I'll show you how I work it in. In the next chain 3 space, so for those of you who've got it, in every chain 3 space, you work 4 double crochets, chain 1. Jump to the next chain 3 space, work 4 double crochets, chain 1. In the next chain 3 space, work 4 double crochets, chain 1. Hop to the next timestamp if you've got that and you've done that. For the beginners, let me do it with you. Say 2 more times. There is my 4 double crochets in the chain 3 space, chain 1. In the next chain 3 space, let's work our 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 1. In the next 3 chain space, make your 4 double crochets. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 double crochets. Chain 1. And you're just going to continue like this all around. I see you when we get to this chain 3 space that has 1 double crochet in it. It needs 3 to complete, but when we get there, see you then. Okay, I've come to this last cluster. I'm going to chain 1. Then we go to that chain 3 space and we need another 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And what we do is in the top, there's the top of that double crochet, chain 1. That's the top of our fake double crochet. Just grab yarn, pull through, and pull through. And snip, yarn over, pull through to secure. And that is why I love to do it like that, because it doesn't make that chain 1 look bigger than it should be. Okay. At the end of this round, which is round 11, you should have 200 stitches. And that means 4 double crochet and a chain 1 is 5 stitches times 40 of these clusters should give you 200 stitches. Now you go to your Next color, we are going to around 12. And we're going to start on around 12. I make a slip knot on the hook. I leave a long-ish tail because nobody likes working in ends, and I like it even less when I have a short little bit of yarn in my hand to do it with. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to start close to where I ended, because again I want to show you. Now this is not a short stitch like the single crochet. It is a long stitch like the double crochet. So we are only going to work in the top end of this, where we ended, that one, that straggler end. Okay, so in the chain 1 space, work a single crochet. Now you're going to chain 4, because you have 4 double crochets in the previous round. 1, 2, 3, and 4. In the next chain 1 space, work a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, and in the 1 chain space, now I'm going to just holding the straggler, that end there, and I'm going right over that, just working over it like that. And 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, and getting rid of my straggler end. In the next chain 1 space, there we go, single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. In the next chain 1 space, single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. In the next chain 1 space, single crochet. So this is what it's going to look like. Beautiful. Just loving it. That is where the end is. Looking beautiful. So just continue like this up to here, and we're going to make a slip stitch to close this round. And you should have the same amount of stitches in this round as in the previous round, because we are not increasing. Right? There we go. So you can skip to the next timestamp if you've done this. If you're a beginner, let's just do this 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, single crochet in the chain 1 space. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, single crochet in the chain 1 space. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains in the chain 1 space, a single crochet. Continue like that. I will see you at the end of this round. There we go. End of round 12, and I'm going to make a slip stitch in that single crochet and just slip through, cut. We're changing colors, yarn over and pull through, secure. Just smooth it out beautifully. See, even here I like this single crochet and chains as a feature at the end of something. I also think that is pretty. I think that's a nice way of ending something off. Just my opinion. Okay, so we should have 200 stitches, the same as the previous round. So here we go. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. End of round 12, 200 stitches. Now we are going to start round 13, and we are going over to our pale blue. Very pale blue. This is what we used to use in little boys' baby blankets or a newborn. Slip knot on the hook. Now we're going to do something slightly different. We are going to work 5 double crochets in every chain 4 space. So now, let me just get the start of this. Where did I end off? I told you I like to start on the opposite end, but you see these two ends, when it's a single crochet, it's very short, and I can just, if I work 5 double crochets over that, I can start working it in already. So let's just start there, and sort of closer to this side. You know how I like to do it. I make a single crochet, chain 1, chain 2, that's my fake double crochet. Now I'm not going to put any chains. I'm simply hopping into this 4 chain space and working 5 double crochets. So let's do that. 1 double crochet, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 double crochets. No chains, simply skip to the next 4 chain space and work another 5 double crochets. Now I'm going to yarn over. There is my, it is obviously where the beginning and the end together. So I hold them together at the top over the stitches, and I'm simply going to work around them, over them, however you want to word those words. 5 double crochets. So there we go. Let's try. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet, 4 double crochet, 5 double crochet. No chains or anything, just hop over to the next 4 chain space, drop the straggler ends there that I was working in, and continue working 5 double crochets in the 4 chain space. 3, 4 and 5. Done with that. No chains, nothing. Just hop over to the next chain 1 space, chain 4 space, the next chain 4 space. Oh my word, stumbling over my words. And work 5 double crochets in that 4 chain space. 3 and 4 and 5 double crochets. That is what you're going to do the entire round. Which means in the previous round you had 4 chains and a single crochet, which is 5. Now you have no chains, you have simply 5 double crochets. So at the end of this round you're going to have the same amount of stitches as in the previous round and as in the previous round. So these 1, 2, 3 rounds is the same amount of stitches. So just continue working 5 double crochets in your 4 chain space. I see you here when we end off this 5 double crochet cluster. And I'm on the last one here. If you did like I did, at one point I caught myself that I'd been putting chains in between and I had to rip out a bit and do it over again. Man, that's autopilot. So 5 double crochets in every chain 4 space. Now we get to the last one. There is already 1 fake double crochet, so we just need to add 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then there we go in the top. Remember, there's no chain 1, so that's the top of my fake double crochet. Do a slip stitch to connect and snip and tie off. So this is the end of round 14. Beautiful. And you should have 200 stitches if you want to count. There we go. Beautiful. It's lying flat, not wavy, anything, just plain old flat. Now we're going over to our dark brown and we are going to start on round 14. Now in this round, it would seem like we are increasing with 100 stitches, but we will correct this in the next round. So just bear with me. You make your slip knot on the hook. And you are going to pick anywhere, literally anywhere. And you're going to put a single crochet into any stitch, chain 2, 1 and 2. Skip 1 stitch, skip the next stitch. In the next stitch, single crochet, chain 2. Skip the next stitch. In the next stitch, single crochet, chain 2. Skip a stitch. In the next stitch, single crochet, chain 1, chain 2. So you're getting these little arches, and when you've done all of them all around, it should be 300 stitches. So I've done my chain 2, skip the next one, into the next stitch just work a single crochet, chain 1, chain 2, skip the next stitch, in the next stitch single crochet, chain 1, chain 2, skip, in the next stitch single crochet, chain 1, chain 2, skip, in the next stitch single crochet, chain 1, chain 2, skip, in the next stitch single crochet, chain 1, chain 2, and that is how you're just going to continue the entire round. Round 14, like that. See you at the end of this round. There we go. chain 1, chain 2. Now I just have to do a slip stitch in the top, well, not the top, in that single crochet, pull it up like that, and snip, yarn over, pull through, and secure. Beautiful. So if you count this, it is a whopping 100 stitches more than the previous round, but you can see it's these arches. And if you just put it down, it might want to flare a little bit, like it's really too many. Yes, it is, but it's the next round we are going to decrease by 100 stitches. Yes, amazing. So this was round 14. We're going to round 15, and I'm grabbing my turquoise for the last round, round 15. Make a nice long end, yarn over, slip knot on the hook, just about start anywhere. In the chain 2 space, make a single crochet, chain 1, hop to the next chain 2 space, make a single crochet, chain 1, in the next chain 2 space, make a single crochet, chain 1, in the next chain 2 space, make a single crochet, chain 1, in the next chain 2 space, make a single crochet, chain 1. So what this does is it lifts it up, right? I mean, if these little arches were 4 stitches or 5 stitches, it would be very flare. But what this round that I'm doing now does is it brings it together so that it's lying flat again. Right? So there you go. This is what this round is all about. In every chain 2 space, like that little arch, you're going to put a single crochet, chain 1. Hop to the next chain 2 space, put a single crochet, chain 1. Hop to the next chain 2 space, work a single crochet, chain 1. Hop to the next chain 2 space, work a single crochet, chain 1. Continue to the end of this round, and then I will meet you there. Beginners, let me just go a little bit further with you. So there you go. I nearly did a yarn over. See, it's habit. In the chain 2 space, work a single crochet, chain 1. Don't make your chains too tight. In the chain 2 space, make a single crochet, chain 1. In the next chain 2 space, make a single crochet, chain 1. In the next chain 2 space, make a single crochet, chain 1. In the next single chain 2 space, make a single crochet, chain 1. This is where I started, so I'm just going to move right over this. I'm holding those 2 ends together, and I'm moving into the chain 2 space, and I'm working my single crochet over that. Chain 1, dropping the 2 ends, jumping to the chain 2 space, working a single crochet, chain 1. Next chain 2 space, single crochet, chain 1. Righto, I think you've got it. And let me see you where we started off. Nearly there. Chain 1, and in that single crochet just do a slip stitch to connect, snip, yarn over, pull and secure, and that is the end of our mandala. I would like to block this. I like to block my mandalas because somehow it makes it very... Let me see if I can adjust this camera so you can see more of this mandala. That's the best I can do. I'm so sorry. Let me just take the other one away. That is the best I can do. There you go. You can see how beautifully flat it lies. Just gently, you know, go with your hands over it if you think anywhere that it is not 100% flat. Now I have not worked in the ends, as you can see. The first end we cut off. I just wanted to show you quickly with this needle how I work in, for instance, this. Here we have this 2 ends. So I would then go and chop them off at the same place, thread them through. Now I've worked them in once behind this, so I go and I skip one, just travel all the way that way, pull it through gently, holding like that, and then one more time, return, skipping one now like that. Or what you can do, instead of skipping one, I pick up the same color, which is the dark brown, and just go through like that, and then work my way again, now underneath all of them, right to the other side and through. Now if you wanted to, you can do the same on this side. Just pick it up and come back one more time. Just have to thread it again like that, and come back one more time, and just, there we go. Now that should stay there, and snip off. And that is how these ends, I work them in. 2, fro, 2. I try and stick to the same color. This one as well, I would come down the stitch, 2, fro, 2. That's how we do it. And let me show you, this one is already worked in. All the ends is worked in at the back. This is the back. Unbelievable, but it is. So that is how neatly you can do it. Okay. See? And this is the front. So we've made these 2 beautiful mandalas. I'm just now going to sit and work in the ends of this second one. And if you want to see how I steam block it, maybe I should just do a short on how to steam block, because otherwise at the end of each mandala I will have to show it again and again. So it's better if I just do it in a short, and then you can always check how I steam block it. But what you also can do, if you wanted to block this, you can just lightly spray it with water, lightly spray and leave to dry, and with your hands sort of rub it in the way you want to, spread it out and leave it to dry. I like to steam block with my iron, put water in my iron, Just wait that 1 minute for it to heat up, and then just without touching the cotton. Do not touch the cotton with the iron, and just steam, 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 steam. And then that put the iron to one side, and you can feel the hot steam on it, and you just pull it the way you want to. It somehow gives it a beautiful flatness, which almost makes it look store-bought. But anyway, this is beautiful. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Leave a comment if you like. And join us on a Monday and a Friday if you want to. We have a social where we get together with other people who love crochet and yarn. If you want to ask me questions during that live stream, you're so welcome. It's a 3-hour live stream every Monday and every Friday. So I hope to see you there. Maybe, maybe. Thank you for watching. Bye.